Looks like Lori Lightfoot is complaining about all the migrants that Abbott is sending to her sanctuary state. Why is that, by the way? You're supposed to be so accepting and wanting of these people. Take a look at this clip.
To Greg Abbott and his enablers in Texas. With these continued political stunts, Governor Abbott has confirmed what unfortunately many of us had already known, that he is a man without any morals, humanity, or shame. Governor Abbott's racist and xenophobic practices of expulsion have only amplified the challenges many of these migrants have experienced on their journey to find a safe place. The governor's actions are not just inhumane, they are
You say his actions are unpatriotic, but do you even know what's happening in their own state? They can't be housing these amount of people because it's a huge influx of problems. I mean, you guys are a sanctuary state, right? So you should be able to be fine having all kinds of these migrants coming to your state and you housing them. Why is it all of a sudden that is a problem to you now? Really? Why is it a problem to you? Because honestly, you're supposed to be happy and happy keeping these people and wanting them to come into your state. But when the other state is like, okay, well, we're going to be sending them to you because you guys obviously like these people, so let's send them to your place, you start complaining about it? Really? It really is that your tone? You people are disgusting in this aspect, and I can't believe it because I understand how you people operate. The fact that you guys think that, like, oh, they have a huge influx of it. The reason why you guys are sanctuary states is because specifically you don't have to deal with a massive amount of influx of immigrants coming into your country. Or coming into your country, but coming into your states. I don't see a problem with a massive influx of people coming into your states. The border states that have these people come in, yeah, they have a huge problem. Texas has addressed these issues. Arizona has addressed these issues. And they have these problems and need to do something about it. But when they send it to your place, it's now a problem, right? When they send it to Washington, it's a problem, right? Yeah, real cool. Here's another clip of Lori Lightfoot bitching and complaining about it. Quite hilarious.
50 people in total, mostly families. My frustration comes from the actions of the governor of Texas. There could be a level of coordination and cooperation, but he chooses to do none of those things and instead tries to send human beings, not cargo, not freight, but human beings across the country to an uncertain destination and what the circumstances here on the ground. We have yet to hear from anybody in an official capacity from Texas. He is manufacturing a human crisis, and it makes no sense to me. He professes to be a Christian. This is not the Christianity and the teachings of the Bible that I know. And I think religious leaders all across the country are standing up and denying.
So he is creating a human crisis? No, let's be honest here, guys. This is your guys' fault. This is the Democrats' fault. And the reason why this is the Democrats' fault is because you decided to have open borders, and then when you had open borders, you had a massive amount of people come in, and now Texas has its own human crisis, which is a huge amount of illegal immigrants coming into his state and causing problems for his own people. Alright? That's the problem that he is having. He has his own human crisis. And now, since you Democrats have a sanctuary city to say where, oh, we'll accept all these immigrants and these people, right? He ships it to you, and then you guys start bitching and crying like little babies. Because what happens is that when you have a sanctuary state, you have to accept them, right? By your standards and law, you have to accept them because just getting rid of them or pushing them away means that it will cause destruction or mayhem for you. It will cause destruction or mayhem for both of you for two things. One, because the huge influx of actual immigrants coming into your state is going to cause you problems, and it will cause you problems because of all the illegal stuff they'll be doing and all that. And then on top of that, of all the backlash you would get if you did remove them from your state, right? So there's no winning in your situation. So you have to go out and complain and bitch to say like, oh, how Governor Abbott is not Christian and stuff like that. Get the hell out of here with that crap. Come on. Listen. You guys created this problem. Arizona, Texas, and Florida are having a massive illegal immigrant problem. Alright? That's just the truth. They're having this problem, and they have to find a way to fix it. And this is one of the ways they're finding out to fix it, to ship it to your states, to democratic states that support this stuff. Because this is not hurting them, this is hurting you. The Democrats caused these problems, and now he's just letting you guys deal with the issues. Right? I don't want an influx of these people, but your policies did this. Stop bitching, sir. Start owning up to your own stuff. Otherwise, you're going to just see how truly of a terrible people you really are. Take a look at this other clip of what the ugly-faced Lightfoot is talking about.
Would have to bear all the brunt of this themselves. Aren't these migrants better off going to places like Chicago, welcoming cities to get cared for?
Well, you know, I think Alderman Raboyos kind of alluded to this. I'm happy to take and drain Texas of all of its residents. I wouldn't want to live in a state with a governor like that. I certainly wouldn't want to live in a state where they are doing everything they can to strip people of their basic rights. And let's not forget about what they've done to women and others who are seeking reproductive health care. So we welcome Texans to Chicago, and we'll rent the buses next time.
See, now you're contradicting yourself. Like, see, it's hilarious. Okay, so yeah, you're saying, oh, we'll bring them all on. Bring them all here and we'll be happy. But in the last two clips, you were talking about exactly, you know, condemning Abbott about bringing all those buses there. It's hilarious, really. It's really quite hilarious on how these people operate and how they do these things, right? Because like first you're complaining like, oh well, always me, like, well we don't mind this or whatever, and then later on start condemning and hating people for doing that exact thing. Like, what is your way of thinking here? It's absolutely insane. No, you guys. It's really just show the exact stupidity of all of you and what your actions are, because you can't. Well, I mean, you can say that, you know, we don't want Abbott sending all this stuff, but then saying this or saying this prior to before. So like, it's just insanity. You wanted to welcome all these people in, right? You wanted all these people to come in and help you and stuff like that, bring in the justice and all that great stuff. Welcome all the new Texans and not want them to be there. Well, that's what Abbott's doing. He's sending them all there. You asked for it, and now you're just not liking it. You don't like the influx of people. By the way, it's a lot fucking worse in Texas, Florida, and Arizona, where there's a massive influx of migrants. Way worse. You're just getting a small bite of everything. And you can't stand it. You don't like it. And you're a sanctuary state. You're supposed to be housing these people. You're supposed to respect them, right? Gotta love it. Nah. That's not the way you guys operate. What you guys really care about is that you want people to suffer. You don't care. On either side. As long as it fits your political agenda, you don't care who gets hurt or killed or whatever in the process. That's the true reality. When people really just don't want these immigrants or migrants coming in here, the reason why we have these borders closed and stuff like that, so trafficking and stuff like this is not at an all-time high. Go ask the Texan or one of the Texas officials saying how bad sex trafficking is, or kid trafficking for that matter, is in Texas or Florida or any of these other border states. Go ask them. You'll probably be very surprised at how high it is. Oh, and let's not talk about how Biden was shipping out kids for abortion. Alright, there's that. So, come on. Knock it off. You people are sick and disgusting. You're also hypocrites. And I'm just pointing out the ludicrousy of you all. That's all I'm doing. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care.